Hello friends, welcome to another video from BioShorts. So continuing with our video series on evolution, now we will be talking about the evidences for the evolution. The evidences in support of the organic evolution have come from a number of the fields. For example, the evidences that scientists give in support of the theory of organic evolution come from the paleontology, biogeography, morphology and anatomy, taxonomy, embryology, cytology, genetics, and many more. Out of these, Charles Darwin documented evidences mainly from paleontology and biogeography. Now, in this video, we are going to talk about the paleontological evidences of evolution. Now, what are paleontological evidence of evolution? Paleontological evidences are the evidences of evolution that are based on the knowledge of fossils. So the evidences of evolution based on the knowledge of the fossils, those evidences are called as the paleontological evidences. Now, what is a fossil? If we try to define a fossil, fossil is actually remains, impressions, or sometimes tracks of the individuals that lived in the past, and their bodies or impressions or their tracks or their remains have got buried in the strata of the earth and got preserved in the form of the fossils. The science that deals with the study of fossils is called as paleontology. So paleontology is the study of the fossils. The famous painter and inventor Leonardo da Vinci is regarded as the father of paleontology. Father of paleontology. However, the modern paleontology was founded by George Cuvier. Therefore, George Cuvier is regarded as the founder of modern paleontology. Now, fossils have been found from different sources. For example, fossils, they occur in volcanic ash. Fossils occur in the volcanic ash. They have also been found from the sedimentary rocks. They have also been found from the ice. Some of them have also been recovered from amber from the trees, some trees. They have also been found from the peat. Some have also been found from the asphalt, etc. Now, these fossils belong to 5 main categories. 5 types of fossils, general types of fossils are found. These types of fossils are as follows. So, let us talk about some types of the fossils. As far as types of fossils are concerned, the first type of fossils, those are called as unaltered fossils. Unaltered fossils. Unaltered fossils, these are those fossils where whole bodies of the extinct organism or the organism that had lived in the past are found frozen in the ice or trapped in the amber. For example, about 25,000 year olds or 25,000 year old elephant-like animal called as woolly mammoth. Animal called as woolly mammoth were found buried in the ice of Siberia in early parts of the 20th century. And similarly, many insects, whole entire bodies of the insects have been found trapped in the amber from the plants. Now, as far as this woolly mammoth is concerned, its flesh was so much preserved that it could even be fed to the dogs. So these type of fossils, where even the softer parts of the animals, for example, they are preserved, they get fossilized. Such type of fossils are called as unaltered fossils, where there has been no change with respect to the organic matter of the fossil. So this is called as unaltered fossil. The second category of fossils are now called as the petrified fossils. Petrified fossils, or they are also called as the altered fossils. Now, as the name suggests, altered fossils or petrified fossils are those fossils which are represented by the mineral deposits rather than by the organic body of the organism. So here the fossil is not in the form of the original body of the organism, but rather the bodies of the organisms are replaced by the minerals. So the replacement of organic parts of an organism by mineral deposits is called as petrifaction. Suppose here is an organism, suppose this is an organism and it got buried under the sand and mud, and the organic body of the organism that is being replaced molecule by molecule by the minerals. So organic molecule is destroyed, but the organic molecule is molecule by molecule. Organic matter is replaced molecule by molecule by the mineral deposits. Such type of the fossil will be called as the petrified fossil, and this process will be called as the petrifaction. So in fact, petrification is the complete mineralization of the organic structures by which more or less the original material is preserved. So whatever is the morphology, anatomy or other details of the organism that are preserved in the form of the minerals. Such type of fossils are called as petrified fossils, and even petrified fossils which are 50 crore years old have also been recovered. However, these petrified fossils are only the hard parts. These fossils consist only of the hard parts. Only hard parts of the organisms can be petrified. Soft parts of animals or the plants are unable to get petrified. So these fossils of only hard parts get petrified. Hard parts include the bones and the shells, for example, of certain shelled animals. They also include the teeth, or in case of plants, this also includes the wood. So only the hard parts of the organisms are in the form of the petrified fossils. This is the second type. Now the third type of the fossils are those fossils which are called as molds and casts. So as far as molds and cast type of fossils are concerned, molds are actually the mud or the clay that gets covered around the bodies of the organisms. Suppose here again this is the body of an organism which gets buried, and this body of the organism is wrapped by the mud, which this mud later on gets fossilized and forms the mold. Later on, the organic matter within this mold is completely destroyed. So whatever remains is only the outer mold of the mud. That type of fossil is called as the mold. So mold is that type of the fossil where only the external morphology or external shape of an organism is preserved, because the organic matter is completely destroyed. So whatever the organic matter was present, that organic matter or the body of the organism is completely destroyed. Whatever is preserved is only the external shape or external morphology of the organism in the form of mold of the clay or mold of the sand, which is preserved in the form of a fossil. So such type of fossil will be called as mold. Now what is a cast? This type of fossil I write here, this is the mold. So mold is only preserved. By studying the molds, we will be able to study only the external morphology. So we can only observe the shape of the organism. Molds can give us an idea only of the shape of the organism or of its external morphology. Now what are casts? Cast is similar to the mold. So here again, the organism, suppose this is again an organism, this is the body of an organism that has got buried, and it is again wrapped by the mud, but this time this time the organic matter is petrified. The organic matter present within the mold, within the mud mold, gets petrified. So if it gets petrified, it will be again, the internal parts will again be preserved. So in simple words, we can say a cast is that type of the fossil which consists of a petrified mold within, a petrified fossil within, and the mold of clay outside. So this type of fossil is called as the cast. So there is a petrified fossil within, organic matter is replaced by the minerals, so that will be the petrified fossil. So this is the petrified fossil, and outside is present, the mold. Outside is present mold. So a cast is that type of the fossil which consists of a mold, a hardened mud that has been fossilized, plus the petrified fossil. Such type of fossils are called as the casts. So that will be cast. So this was the third type of the fossil. Now let us talk about another type of the fossil. Those are called as the prints. Now sometimes the bodies of the organism, the entire bodies, or it is hard parts or the soft parts, are not preserved. So whatever is preserved are the prints or the impressions of the organism that lived in the past. So for example, the footprints of the animals, they may be preserved. For example, the footprints were made by the animal living in the past in the soft mud, which subsequently became fossilized. So such type of fossils are called as prints. Some prints are also in the form of the prints of the leaves. In case of plants, the prints of the leaves have also been fossilized. Similarly, sometimes the stems of the plants have also been preserved. Similarly, among animals, skins and wings of certain animals have also been, the prints of these parts have been preserved in the form of the fossils. So such type of fossils are called as the prints. Another type of fossil, the fifth type of fossil, those are called as the coprolites. Now coprolites are a special type of fossils whereby sometimes the fecal pellets of an organism are petrified. When fecal pellets of an animal, they are preserved, they get petrified and become fossilized. Such type of fossilized fecal pellets are called as coprolites. So coprolites actually represent the fecal pellets that get buried in the sediments. So these are called as coprolites. Sometimes sometimes the fossils of these very microscopic structures like the spores, like pollen grains and other such structures are also fossilized. Such type of fossils are called as the microspores or the palinospores. So microfossils or the palinofossils. Microfossils or palinofossils, they are those fossils, they are the fossils of the microscopic structures. So for example, these will represent the fossilized spores or fossilized pollen grains of the plants. Those type of fossils are called as the microfossils. So this was about the types of the fossils.